this, I swear he did. Nard knows, bring the story to the visual. Global, kick it with the athletes, good promo. Dope show, listen while you working. Speaking with a purpose, subscribe now, don't keep scrolling. Catch him on the web like Toby. Nard knows, inspire weed like Kobe. Nard knows, Mamba mentality potent. From the streets of Detroit to TV. Nard knows. Nard knows. Nard knows.
All right, we got another episode of Nard Knows, and this one, man, is pretty star-studded. We got an NFL stud, young buck, paving the way in the NFL right now. But of course, I want to give credit to my sponsors, Optimally Organic, as well as Sports Rally, PT Footwork, and of course, the great Ron McBride Foundation in association with Zoombang.com, where protective gear is your best friend in any sport. Check out Zoombang.com. Use promo code NAR10 for a discount. It may not be a lot, but it's something. So without further ado, I'm going to bring in my guy, Dshawn Jamison, former Longhorn. He spent time with the Longhorns from 2018 to 2022. Second season in the league, preparing for that. How you feeling today, man? Thanks for joining the show.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you for the opportunity for bringing me here to talk. And oh man, it was a good feeling. Being able to live out my dream and being able to play the game that I love. Each and every day, I just try to motivate the youth and let them know that anything is possible. Without the outside noise and stuff, and just keeping God first.
As a kid from Houston, was this always your dream? Did you always have NFL aspirations?
Yes. Well, I have to say, like, when I was a kid, me and my dad used to always play the NCAA. And, one of my dreams was to actually be on the NCAA game, actually play. But I never knew what it took to get to that level first. And, once I found out in high school, like, you have to get scholarships to go to school for free. That's what, really motivated me to really take football seriously and do what I need to do to get my education and graduate. So, once I got the scholarships and stuff, I went to UT, did my thing there and, was able to get the opportunity to, live out my dream.
Talk about that recruiting process. It's weird to say you ended up at Texas. No one just ended up at Texas. What was that recruiting process like? What was your options?
Man, that I have to say that was one tough recruiting process for me because I wasn't I wasn't that guy at the school until like towards the end. But I started off with like UTSA and scholarships and I had UTSA, Toledo. Then I started getting like big D1, which was Florida, TCU, and that recruiting process was pretty tough because a lot of schools that I've visited, they said that I was too small to play for them, and when during that process, that it kind of like brought me down. And I wasn't feeling like I wasn't gonna make it or whatever. But luckily, I had my friends, my parents, my teammates. I had them on my side, so they brought the joy back into me, and I was able to reevaluate a lot of things that I needed to do to get to that big school that I wanted to go to. And once I got to the Texas visit, that's when I met my guy Tom Herman. At the time, he was there, and he was highly on me, like just get to the school and get my education. But then I met a lot of guys like Michael Huffs, Griffin, Brian Arakpo. He also went to my high school, and Texas. My third grade teacher, her son went to UT. We still talk to this day. So, I had a lot of, people that was bringing a lot of like, UT is a good school, UT is this and that. And, I just thought to myself, I was like, you know what? I really feel like UT is the one. I prayed about it and talked to my parents about it. And, we made an oath to each other that wherever I started, I'm gonna finish.
Well, it sounds like you had to pretty much grind it out to get to where you are today. At UT, I'm sure you started at a certain point on the depth chart and you had to work your way up. A lot of kids don't have to do that now. They could just transfer out like like they stepping in out of the door, stepping right back into another school. For you, how much did hard work and dedication play into staying committed and earning your way up to, where you were able to trust yourself to go to the NFL and get that playing time that's needed to get film to go to the NFL? And then also faith had to play a big part. I can tell you're quite humble, but how did faith also play a role in you sticking through those hard times that a lot of people don't know about?
I just say, all my life I've been the only child. I have no siblings and nothing like that. So, I was able to really just sit in my room and think about, a lot of things that could be brought into my life and a lot of things that I needed to fix and put to the side. So, once I was able to do that, then I was able to move forward with, with like whatever happens at UT. I'm gonna stay there. I'm gonna keep doing my thing. And also I had 3 of my best friends from high school went to that school also playing football. So that also plays a big part because we was able to really talk to each other, hear each other out about like how we felt about the team, how we felt about just football period. And, just having those guys on your side, like having people on your side, it plays a big part, especially in the football industry, because like it really takes a toll on people. And next thing you know, they be happy, and then all of a sudden they crashing out. They don't want to talk to nobody. They don't play football no more. So, thank God I was able to, have those guys, what I'm saying, next to me.
Mm-hmm.
So, they were just always just saying like just what I'm saying, keep going, keep doing your thing, keep training hard no matter what, and the results is going to be shocking.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what my dad also tells me also, because I mean he was my coach back in Little League, and he's the reason why I have tough skin.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have real tough skin going through college, and knowing that anything can happen.
Mm-hmm.
One minute you're the starter, then the next minute, what I'm saying, somebody come in, then boom, now what I'm saying, second string, they start. So it's all about, what I'm saying, taking that next step and being able to, what I'm saying, up your game.
Mm-hmm.
And, that's what, I was planning on doing every single year being at UT, even though I had like I had 4 different coaching styles, 2 different head coaches.
It's tough.
Yeah, it's tough, and I had to say I was like top 10, top 15 cornerback that was coming out
Mm-hmm.
in my class.
Mm-hmm.
But with going through all those coaches, a lot of like teams, they couldn't figure out what scheme I best is my best fit.
Mm-hmm.
So luckily I was able to go through that because once you get to the NFL, you could be traded anywhere. What I'm saying, anytime. So with me going through that, that was a learning process for me, and I felt like I actually needed that. So now I know, like, whatever happens, I know how to move forward with it. I know, like, okay, I gotta get on this quick. I gotta study this quick. I gotta make sure, what I'm saying, I'm on point with this. So, even though it was a tough process, it's still a learning process. I take everything as a learning process for me. And, that's how I move forward with, what I'm saying, my life.
Hey, and so far, man, you paving the way for a lot of people that's gonna come after you and that will hear this story. What are some of your
Mm-hmm.
favorite moments at UT?
Oh, okay. Um, I have to say, my first touchdown was a punt return as a freshman. I came in, I was supposed to come in as an athlete, but I came in playing receiver, and I was playing receiver and punt return, and kickoff return. So I got my first touchdown as a freshman, 90 yards. That was one of the what I'm saying, big moments right there. Also, the one-handed catch by what it was my sophomore year against West Virginia. My one-handed catch, that was something I never knew I could do. Something I never knew.
Mhm.
And oh, mind you, before that one-handed catch, a week before, I had twisted my ankle in the Oklahoma game, and so I couldn't practice, I couldn't move or nothing like that. And luckily I had a good staff in the training room, and I was able to really work hard and strengthen my ankle back. And the foot that I jumped off was the ankle that I had hurt to get that one-handed catch. So
Great. That's another guy right there.
yeah, yeah. And let me see. The last one is, I have to say, my last year being there, we was able to beat Oklahoma. It was like a 40 something to like 0 game,
Mhm.
but it was also a good moment to end off my my senior season.
Mhm.
I was able to end it off with a bang with my friends, my teammates. I had a lot of family members up there in the stands watching me play. So being able to win the gold hat was a big accomplishment for me. So that was another great moment I had at Texas.
How prideful is it to be an alumni, to say that you played for the Texas Longhorns, which is, it has a long list of Hall of Fame players, great NFL players, great college players, but great DB history. You
Hmm.
know, you represent that. What does it mean to have that as part of your resume?
I just say it's a blessing. Um, just knowing that I went there and gave everything I had on the field.
Mhm.
You know, being able to not have no regrets on what I did there. Um, Also just having those other alumni like Michael Huff, Griffin, those guys on the side, to really guide you through everything and show you just give you the ropes.
Mhm.
Um, that was, that's something big right there. And then me being able to be the alumni and being that older guy that that person that could go back, also give, some little gems or, something like that to
Mhm.
the younger guys and let them know like, hey, like I've been through this, it's better for you to do this. That's it's a blessing.
Mhm.
And just being called an alumni, that's, a big accomplishment right there.
Texas had a great season last year, and it was one of the best seasons they've had in a while. That quarterback room, it's tight, with
Yeah.
Quinn Ewers and Arch Manning, everybody was wanting Arch Manning to start last year because of his name,
Hmm.
but Ewers won the job. First off, what was your impression of last season? And then, that quarterback battle, how do you see that, working out?
So on the season, I have to say that's one of the best I've seen. That's one of the best I've seen, and I was proud to be able to watch, the guys that I used to play with actually make it further than, the times that I was there. And just seeing how like the coaching staff is bringing in those athletes and those guys that they need to get to where they need to be. And I was proud of that. And I was still mad at the end of the day, but at least they, they made it further than, what I did. So, it's props to those guys, props to the coaches, the coaching staff, everybody in the whole organization. Um, Also that QB room, whew, man, I ain't gonna lie. Quinn, Quinn is my dog. That's my dog right there. He go get it done. But I really feel like Quinn is showing Arch you know what I'm saying, what needs to be done. You know, everybody be saying like, oh, he needs to leave and let Arch take over and all this and that. I've seen, you know what I'm saying, QBs, young QBs come in and all of a sudden they get thrown in the fire and then they don't end well. And then now they're back into, you know what I'm saying, the position that they, you know what I'm saying, what they came in. So, you know, it's good to have that older guy to, you know what I'm saying, show him, you know what I'm saying, this is what needs to be done. You know, this is how you practice, this is how you be a leader. You know, it's better for that. So then once Quinn leave, then you never know, the results could be, you know what I'm saying, way better than when Quinn was there. So, you know, that's how I look at it as, and that's what people need to look at it as. You know, like having those older guys showing the younger guys what needs to be done. I mean, you saw like how they made it to what it was, the championship right before the NCAA championship. You know, Quinn showing like, hey, like it was a tough game. You know, they came back. It was they was close to going to overtime or something like that, and they could have won. You know, Arch could look at that as like, all right, boom, I'm looking at film. Okay, I saw Quinn did this, I saw him did that. This is what I don't need to do. You know what I'm saying? It's all a part of a learning process. And I feel like once Arch gets that opportunity, he's gonna take off with it. Because Arch is a smart guy.
Oh, he gotta be. He got that name attached to
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
He can't slack whatsoever. Yeah, and you know, NFL pedigree, you got a lot of NFL prospects coming out, and that has been in a while, and quite a few of them could go into the first round, like Brian Murphy, T'Vondre Sweat, Jalen Ford, Xavier Worthy ran a 4.2, Adonai Mitch ran a 4.3. He over 6 foot. You got Jonathan Brooks, you know, Jatavian Sanders, the tight end, and even Jordan Whittington is possibly a day 2, day 3 pick, you know, amongst the other guys, Christian Jones. You know, what advice do you have for those guys, whether they get drafted in the first round or get undrafted? What do they have to look forward to in the NFL? What is the challenge?
I have to say, you know, it's all a part of, you know, just having that thick skin. And with the NFL, it's all about how you respond. And that's what a lot of teams look for and look at, is your response to everything. And, you know, that plays big on, like, you know, in the games, like just because you say a DB gets scored on and his response is being mad, you know what I'm saying, not being able to be focused or something like that. So it's all a part of your response. And the things I would tell them, you know, I talk to some of them, you know, I be asking them like, how's everything going and stuff, and I just let them know like it's gonna be tough, and you never know where you're gonna go. Like it's no set, you know what I'm saying, draft where you know where you're going. So like no matter what, once you get that opportunity, you have to take off with it, because not a lot of guys get this opportunity. And it like they say, it's only that 1%. You know, it could be a lot of guys going to the draft and then only 2 of them is on the team and all the rest of them is not on the team. So you have to, you know what I'm saying, you really have to like focus and have a set mental. Like your mental has to be level like this. It can't be up and down. And that's what, you know what I'm saying, the NFL does, is like it messes with your mental. And you have to keep that mental at a, you know what I'm saying, set level, because once that go up and down and they see that, then, you know what I'm saying, they're not gonna want you. So, you know, it's all about just being prepared, having a set mental, and having that thick skin, because, you know, not a lot of guys get this opportunity.
Now, going over to the NFL, you know, what was your first impression of life in the NFL?
My first impression,
Just the guys, the glam, the money, the, you know, guys who were your idols are now your rivals. I mean, I can only imagine the testosterone levels that go on during practice in the locker room,
man,
trash talking, you know, the school trash talking, the bets. I ain't never been in the locker room, but I definitely know a lot about the locker room, bro.
yeah,
I've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah. I have to say my first impression was, man, my first welcome to the NFL moment. And this was when I was with the 49ers. Um I went against Devontae Adams. My first matchup in the NFL. When I tell you that man there is amazing, I got cooked every time I went against him. I got cooked every time, and just looking back at that, I'm just like, I really gotta like lock in and what I'm saying, step up, because like these guys ain't coming here to play. Like these guys got to feed their family. Like what I'm saying, and that's when I was like, okay, this is how it's gonna be. All right, and after that, I wasn't able to go against him again because he was going against like all the other higher cornerbacks and stuff. But yeah, that right there, that first impression right there, I would never forget that ever, ever.
Name some other wide receivers you went up against that you was just like, wow, this is the NFL.
Yeah, DK Metcalf, I went against him. Um, yeah, he was blocking me, and I was trying to move, and I couldn't move. So yeah, that man is strong. Like that man is strong. I went against him. That was something right there. Let me see. I went against Justin Jefferson. That was my first. When I came to the Carolina Panthers, that was my first matchup, like in-game matchup that I had. Because one of the guys had got hurt, so I had to step up and play the rest of the game. So
Remember that
yeah.
game? We made a tackle on him in the backfield.
Yeah. Yep. What else? Oh, I went up against Mike Evans.
Of course, you
I
got
went,
twice a year now.
yeah. The first time we played against them, that's when I was in the game. Went against him. That man is hard to tackle. I have to tell you that. Like like he's bigger than what you know what I'm saying, see on TV or like outside in person. Like with pads on, that guy is way bigger.
Wow.
Like, yeah. Look, I tried to hit him and he didn't move at all. Like he didn't move when I hit him. Like he stood in that same spot and I just brought him down. That was it.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
He's bigger than what he looks like on TV. TV's supposed to make you look bigger than what you are in real life. And you telling
Hey
me,
man, that dude big. And he's hard to tackle.
wow, wow. And it
That
seems like you making a home with the Panthers, what has been the perfect fit for them so far? It seems like it's home for you at this point.
yes. I have to say, well, actually, when I first got in, it was pretty tough because, I wasn't able to be there with them during OTAs and training camp. So coming in and within like 2 games, I had to start one game within the season. It was like early in the season, so I wasn't able to get the full playbook down and the small details, but I was able to still hold my ground and do what I need to do. Um, and I had a meeting with the coaches and was just let them know like you know the small details is something that I need to work on. I told them what I needed to work on. I've seen it on film. So it's just like the small details that I have to lock in on, and once I really lock in on that, then I said I'll be set. Like the positions that they're gonna have me in is corner and nickel, which is something that I want to do, and the scheme, it fits me perfectly because it's not a lot of zone coverages, but I'm able to play man to man and able to show what I'm saying, my quickness, my speed, my agility and stuff. So that's something that I what I'm saying, I bring to the table, and what I'm saying, I want to bring that to the team. So me being able to do that, I feel like this is, this is going to be home. I have a good relationship with Coach E, Coach Cooley. I have a good relationship with Dan Morgan. I have a, good relationship with a lot of coaches and a lot of guys. So, you know, wherever I'm at, that's, that's what I plan on doing. And I plan on, let them know, like, I'm here to help the team win no matter what.
Whatever it takes, for sure. From a player perspective, share your insight on last season, especially with the rookie Bryce Young, getting his first taste of the NFL and all the media that was covered, comparing him to CJ Stroud when there's two totally different organizations.
Hmm.
What was your take on just the season last year and Bryce Young, your quarterback?
Just on the season, I just, just from looking at everybody and observing, because I'm very observant. I like just watching people and watching everything, and I move accordingly. So, just watching everything, it's a lot of things that we have to do as a team to actually, go out there and perform at a high level that we should do on the field. Um, a lot of guys that left are the guys, that supposed to be, do that to the team. So it's a lot of like young guys that has to step up and be leaders, like more of a leader like Bryce. Um, we got a couple of other guys that's still here on defense, like Shaq. Shaq, we're gonna have Shaq back, and also just the injuries, like that also hurt us too. Not being able to have Shaq. A lot of guys kept going down, then they'll come back, then they'll go down again. So it's all a part of just us taking care of each other and taking care of the team.
But for playing with J.C. Horn, Dante Jackson, Jeremy Chin, Von Bell, what did you learn from them?
I have to say, them telling me to keep my mental like this. That's what they was telling me every time, and the reason why I see why they were so big on that, because it'd be a lot of great players, or could have been great players that that's not in the game right now, or not able to do what they need to do because of, them letting things get to them, let the outside stuff get to them, or just, letting like social media or something get to them. So all those guys, they talk to me every time that whenever I say I mess up on something, or I get fussed at or something like that. So that was one big thing that they really was teaching me, is just keeping your mental at a, at a level that it needs to be, because if you keep letting things get to you, and letting outside noise get to you, then it's gonna mess up your game and you're not gonna be able to feed your family. So, that was one thing that stuck with me every time. Also just studying the game, just knowing what's coming, and what we need to look out for, and how to watch them, how to, take notes. That's another thing that they taught. Even though they don't really, talk too much, but whenever they need to, they do it, and it was like at a, put me to the side, talk to me, let me know some things, because of what they see. It's not because of what, other people are talking about. It's what they see in me. So those guys right there will like literally put me to the side and talk to me and let me know some things, and say, hey, you need to, you need to pick this up. It's, like, you need to do this. They just make sure that I'm good. And, that was one thing that stuck out to me also. Just knowing that I have, I have my teammates behind me, and they got my back. So knowing that they have my back is, it's a good feeling. It's a great feeling that, that a lot of guys don't need.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Very quickly, tell me about Frank Wright, a household name as a coach. What was your impression on him, and what do you expect from your new coach, Dave Canales?
Coach Frank, he was a good coach. Um, I could tell it was like, you know what I'm saying, some things that he wanted to tell us and let us know that, you know what I'm saying, we needed to do, but we wasn't able to hear that because everything was just switched off so quick. But I mean, he's a good coach. You know, he makes sure his guys is, you know what I'm saying, getting well prepared and making sure that, you know what I'm saying, the schemes and all that stuff is good for the game. So I mean, he's a good coach no matter what. I mean, it was an honor to, you know what I'm saying, be a part of the team while he was here. And the, you know what I'm saying, the new coach stuff that's coming in. I haven't met them yet. Like the head coach, I haven't met him yet, but you know, just from hearing off of, you know what I'm saying, social media and stuff, you know what I'm saying, I expect, you know what I'm saying, some good things coming. I expect, you know, good things to come for Bryce because he deserves it, for one. You know what I'm saying, I expect this team to be way better than what we was last year.
Okay. And, that 2004 season, it's around the corner. It looks like you're actually going to play Devontae Adams at Allegiant Stadium. So I'm going to be watching that game for sure.
Yeah.
Not least, man, about 2 minutes left here. Um, you know, what are your goals for this season?
My goals for this season, one is to fix the things, the small details in my craft. Two is to execute them and put it all out on the field. Three is to, you know what I'm saying, go out there and you know what I'm saying, create some turnovers, create picks, just do something to, you know what I'm saying, help the team win. Um, Four is just be consistent with my craft, my mental, um, me studying, me, you know what I'm saying, watching film, um, being able to go out there and practice at a high level, no matter what. Um, and last is just, I have to say, a winning season.
I want to piggyback off of, you were elaborating about how, you got guys, your teammates that stick behind you through the good and bad. How impactful and how needed is for a young guy to come into the NFL and attach themselves to someone or even someone in their draft class, but whoever it is, to attach yourself to someone that can lift you up in those down moments and someone you can learn from. How important is that in the NFL?
It's very, very, very important. And I feel like depend on, you know, it really depends on what type of team that you're on. So like when I was with the 49ers, I recently found out that I had a cousin on the team. So that was crazy. I'm no Lenore. I just found out he was my cousin. We was related.
Oh, the corner from Oregon?
Yes.
Mm,
Yes.
mm.
I found out that we was related. So you know, we kind of like built a relationship and you know, as playing in the same position as him, he was making sure that I was straight and making sure like, you know, like telling me like, yo, these guys are watching everything you do. So, you know what I'm saying, this is how you move, this is what you need to do. And, you know, just having that relationship, it goes a long way. And also having a relationship with coaches, you know, some coaches, you know what I'm saying, also have your back. You know what I'm saying? Just let you know, like, hey, these coaches talking about, you know what I'm saying, this is some stuff that you need to work on. You need to like, you know what I'm saying, look out for that and do that and fix it quick.
Mm.
And you know, just having that type of attachment, is something that people need all around the league, especially the younger guys, because, you know, a lot of guys will come in and, you know what I'm saying, they supposed to be that guy, then all of a sudden something is going on with them. Their mental is messed up and stuff. And, you know what I'm saying, it's a lot of bad things that happens to athletes. And that's something that we as athletes and you know what I'm saying, coaches and stuff, that we need to pick up on and make sure that everybody is straight, because the mental is the number one thing that you need to have that's level in the league, because a lot of things can happen.
These new league rules, man, it's like they coming up with some every year. They say that this coach proposed this GM proposed that, this anonymous scout said this, you know, and somehow it's a new rule every year. Like, what do you make of these new kickoff, kick return rules? Obviously, it's you know, in America is known in the XFL, but they've been doing this at the European Football League forever. You know, but now they're implemented in National Football League. What do you make of these new rule changes? And on top of that, the rule changes that's already been implemented that kind of favors the offensive players.
I have to say it changes the game a lot. It makes it easier for all of the offensive players and receivers and stuff. Because I mean, bad enough we can't touch them, so it just makes it harder for us. But I just look at it as it's gonna be more fun. So it's gonna make me want to work on this to make sure that I don't get this flag, or I don't get fined for this in the game. So it's just makes it. I feel like it makes people step their game up more, and it makes a lot of players play longer. Like like the hip drop thing, as of, being a former guy who returns kicks, punts, and stuff. Last time I got tackled like that for hip drop, my ankle was, was in the middle of it, and it got twisted up, and it was swollen and stuff. So like, I feel like that's a huge, change right there. So now, a lot of people could, live out their dream, for like years later. And people look at us as like, oh, they making the game soft and all this and that, da, da, da. In reality, it's making these guys play longer and be able to feed their family and have money to the side, in the future. So, just being, being a former guy that been through stuff like that, it's a huge change. And I feel like, I'm good with it. Even though we're going to teach, be taught that how to tackle all over again, at the same time, it's all about technique, even though it's a dangerous game, but we still getting taught, new things, being taught new things is it's good. You don't want to keep doing the same thing over and over again, and the results get worse and worse, So, I look at those new rules like, some is good, some is bad. Like the, the kickoff thing. That's my first time seeing it. I never done it ever in my life. But as being a guy who returns kicks and punts and stuff, that's gonna make it easier for me. You see, so it's like a good and bad. You really can't say like always making the game soft and all this and that shit. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go out there and shoot. I'm gonna go out there and score me some touchdowns. Hey, I'm cool with it.
Okay. Now, well, you mentioned, the hip drop tackle. What is the alternative now? Because obviously you're taught to take angles, but it's inevitable. You're gonna be chasing. Someone's gonna be chasing, whether it be a D lineman, a linebacker, a safety. Somebody's gonna be chasing from behind, and naturally you want to grab them. So what do you do now? Do you trip them? What's the alternative?
When I was at college, that was one of the things that they taught us. The right here, it's called like an arm break or something like that. But I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to be taught that all over again. But there's other ways like the gator roll tackle or something like that. You don't always have to like try to grab the guy's hips and then throw your body weight down to their legs, cause and they end up tearing something. So I feel like it's possible for someone to grab a leg, hold on to it, instead of, dropping your weight down onto their ankle. Cause I got taken out of a game like that from just trying to catch a pick. So, and that was the game against Bryce Young in college. I was catching a pick, and as I was catching it, my body was this way and my ankle was towards this way. And the guy, he was like, what, 6'2", 6'3", over like 20-some pounds receiver, landed on my ankle, and I was done. You know what I'm saying? So it's ways, and I know a lot of the guys who've been in the game for a long time is going to be mad because, you know what I'm saying, they tired of the rules changing. But I mean, as the new generation coming up, it's going to be a lot of things change, and all the older guys is going to be gone. So, you know, it's kind of a, you know, win or lose.
Question for you. So, you know, in the NFL, man, you have a lot of highs, and then you have the lows of the lows. You know, like Duck situation, you know, the Ray Rice situation, you know, and recently the Rashi Rice, the rookie receiver with this situation. Obviously, you don't necessarily need to talk about that, but how important is it to stay out of the media in a negative light? And is it really hard, you know, because with the money and the access and the free time that you do have in off season, guys can kind of underestimate their chances of getting into trouble. But how important is it to stay out of the media?
First, I have to say it's just all plays a part of who you hang with. Just knowing like everybody can't go to the top, you know what I'm saying, with you. And that's one thing I've learned, you know what I'm saying, all throughout my journey and process through college and into the pros. You know, it's a lot of people that can't be, you know what I'm saying, still in my life while I'm going through this, because I already know what's gonna happen or what could happen. So yeah, it's just the people that you hang with, and just knowing, just being observant of like the area that you're in, you know, and the way how you move. It's like, you know, you're this big guy, you know what I'm saying, this famous guy, and everybody knows you and all this and that. It's just, you know, you gotta have good security, someone that's more about you than just the fame and the stuff that comes with it. Um, you know, you gotta have that person on the side, because they're gonna let you know, like, hey, you know what I'm saying, you can't do this, because, you know, people gonna see this, people will record this, or you could get hurt, you could hurt your family, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just all plays a part of how you move and who you hang with. And I
So
mean, with the social media thing, it's just, I mean, it's like you really can't run from it. You know, the more you try to run from it, the more it comes to you, and it's gonna find you no matter what. And you know, that's why I try to keep that social media stuff at a, you know what I'm saying, at a low area, because it's very negative, and it's also positive. You know, you can go out there and do something for somebody, and then, like, you know what I'm saying, get posted on social media, you know what I'm saying, and it does good by you. And all of a sudden, boom, you go out and do something, and now either you getting arrested or something like that, or something happens to you with, you know what I'm saying, cars or anything like that. So, you know, it's like you can't run from it. And I mean, either if you're that guy that, you know what I'm saying, lays low, and, you know what I'm saying, really don't do anything, then hey, I mean, that's one way you can run away from it. But at the end of the day, it's still gonna find its way towards
mm. And speaking of finding their way towards you, when it comes to professional athletes, women,
you. Yeah.
and you know, even right now, I remember seeing C.J. Stroud coming out of the softball game with Amber Rose.
Yeah, Rose, yeah.
Backlash that came with that, you know, and then now with Jalen Green, Houston Rockets, shooting guard, he about to have a baby with Drea. You know what? I mean, when you see that your fellow professional athletes, you know, get with those types of women who have a reputation, just women in general, from the DMs to the parties to the people you meet at the holiday parties, you know about those holiday parties. You know, what do you make of that, trying to, you know, find the right one and then stay away from the riffraff?
Um, I have to say, just finding the right one. You just have to be a very observant person. You just, what I'm saying, you just have to see like what they're doing for themselves, what are they doing to make sure they're straight, and just watching on how they move. A lot of women out here they move, what I'm saying, silently, but it wouldn't, it wouldn't show until like something bad happens towards you. So, you really, really, really gotta be observant of like who this person is, who they hang around, what I'm saying, who are they, what I'm saying, friends or something like that. How many siblings do you have? It's like it all goes down as a list, you know? And that I mean that's how I was able to, what I'm saying, find the person that I have now. I was I DM'd her a year ago and I left her on red, I just asked her a question just to see, what I'm saying, where she stands. And yeah, that's how I was able to move accordingly. And I just had to make sure that I was straight first before I, what I'm saying, do anything. And, I was observant of like, what I'm saying, her social media because a lot of things be, what I'm saying, be posted on social media. And she, what I'm saying, she didn't do that. That's another thing. If she don't, what I'm saying, if that person don't post everything on social media, they're very private. What I'm saying, they're doing what they need to do in their life and make sure that they're straight. So, what I'm saying, that was one of the things that stuck out to me. And, I was able to, what I'm saying, get with her and what I'm saying, talk to her. And now all of a sudden she's like my best friend.
Man, you sure you're only 24?
Yeah.
Jeez, I didn't think like that when I was 24, and I wasn't sniffing the league, So, so, but kudos to you, man. Last question for you, man. You have the floor. Is there anything that you feel like the viewers should know about you, or on and off the field, or on or off the field, moving forward? As in Dshawn Jamison, the man.
uh I have to say this, with just on the field. It's a lot of things that I really had to reevaluate and saying have some talks with, saying some people to see, saying where I really stand at and what type of player that I am. And, just being able to watch myself on film and see all the things that I need to work on, I was able to really just, saying take all that in and really just, saying, put it all out on just, just personal training and, saying OTAs that's about to come up. So, I have a lot to really, saying show to the world. And, I'm gonna just keep God first on that and just keep praying on just being able to get the opportunity to actually get back on the field and do what I need to do. Out the field, I just now I'm starting to be more of like a, saying, lay low person. I was able to, saying, just do whatever I need to do for my mom, my dad, and for myself. So now I'm more focused and more at peace, with just myself and, what I'm saying, also just having my lady on the side also. Like I'm more at peace and that's something that people really need to focus on is just their peace and their mental. Sometimes, meditating helps. Just staying at home and just, just sitting there just thinking. A lot of people say, just overthinking or, what I'm saying, just sitting there, not doing anything, thinking is bad, but it really helps you, what I'm saying, figure out things and helps you and it lets you know like, yo, like, what I'm saying, you got this, you in this, you have people on your side, you have the support, you know. Um, that's what I'm saying, that's one thing I'm at right now off the field. Yeah, because I wasn't, I didn't travel. I ain't do nothing for my first off season in NFL. and once I knew I'm about to get the opportunity to, be that guy and be that starter on as a cornerback for the Panthers, I really told myself like, it's a lot of things I really have to sacrifice and let go to, be that guy. And you just gotta, talk to God about it and tell him to watch over me and keep his hands on me and make sure that me and my family is straight and, just watch over me throughout this whole process because, the my nickname is Shark 5, so that Shark 5 is about to come out.
Man, brother.
Yeah.
Amen to that, man. Well, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to sit down with me on Nard News, man. Getting ready for a whole new season. So many promising moments ahead of you, man, for you and the team. But I want to thank you for taking the time out. Stay healthy, bro. Stay blessed. Continue to keep God first. Whatever purpose He has for you, it's going to come to fruition, whether you want it or not. And all you gotta do is just stay in that lane, bro. That's all you gotta do. You're doing pretty well from as far as I can see. But the sky's the limit, man. So continue to do what you do.
Sir. I appreciate you for the opportunity, man. I needed this.